Well done, my gorgeous Scorpio. Well done. Okay, and the reason why am I saying this, it's only because, I'm going to say this to you. From the 1st of August 2023, you are going to feel completely different vibration, completely different energy, and you are not going to be able to explain where exactly this is coming from. But that doesn't matter. It's more about your own awakening within, which is from the 1st of August going to have such a big impact and influence like your life like never before. So where is this going to be leading to? Pay attention the way you're going to feel from the very 1st of August. Pay attention to the way you're going to feel, because it's all going to be pushing and leading towards some kind of a passion. But it's more about you understanding, first of all, something really important at this stage of your life, even more important than that particular passion, which is going to be highlighted like never before. But what is more significant at this moment in time, my gorgeous Scorpione, is to understand the power of a number 84, which is your number this month. And the power of number 84 is literally going to be pushing you towards you feeling such an amazing, giant, enormous commitment towards you abandoning something, towards you understanding that you have to leave something behind. You have to walk away from something that has been affecting your quality of life for way too long. So a couple of things are going to come out of it. You are going to feel so much happier, so much lighter. And then on another hand, this in itself is going to pave the way towards you being able to finally fully commit to yourself, fully commit yourself to the part of your life that is going to change every single aspect of your life in the future. This is, listen to me very carefully, this number 84, which I've mentioned already, when it comes to numerology, this is like a big giant mama in so many different ways, my gorgeous Scorpione, because it doesn't only mean that, you are gonna feel like you want to abandon something, you're gonna feel like you wanna walk away from something, but it means that all this is actually going to have a dramatic but a really good effect on you, especially when it comes to the last 11 days of August. I know you're gonna attack me now, gonna have to wait for the last 11 days of August. I did not say that. I only say that you are already gonna be able to see the major impact, what a major impact this already had on your life within the last 11 days of August, because almost as if impossible, it's about to become possible. And this is where Big Mama is gonna step in and shake the earth around you, baby, because she's gonna be so heavy, you're not gonna be able not to notice this whatsoever. This is one of the heaviest mamas ever, and I mean this in the best possible way. Or throughout August, you are gonna be like really kind of questioning yourself a lot, and this is what number 84 in numerology also means, that throughout the month of August, you're gonna be like kind of like a really having lots of moments like, oh my God, what am I waiting for? What am I waiting for? Why didn't I do this before? Why didn't I do that before? You are about to wake up from some kind of a winter sleep, from some kind of a winter dream. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that you were sleeping, that you were dreaming. I'm not trying to patronize you in any way, but I'm just trying to open your eyes and make you aware of like what a deep impact this is actually going to make on your life. You will be reminded. Do you know what? You know why this month is going to be crazy? It's not only about the beginning of this month, but at the beginning of each week. At the beginning of each week, you are going to be reminded in a very interesting and very unusual way through the power of signs and omens, like how much something means to you, but how you're not doing anything about it as well. This is going to be probably the most productive month you had in a long, long, long time. And this is going to be brilliant, because also it's not only about you committing yourself to abandon something, but it's also about you having an absolutely clear idea how you're going to do this as well. Just remember, my gorgeous Scorpione, like how powerful you are as long as you are authentic. How powerful you are as long as you are authentic. You know, this is to do with something that is so authentic to you. And this is to do with something that lots of people cannot understand you, because you're very deep and you're very complex, and very often, you know, what's ideal in your world, you know, lots of other people would be like, it doesn't matter, even if your life is, you know, this is absolutely, it's all what it is to it, you know, like not, or not only that, but it's all about, you know, following your passion and understanding that this is a lot to do with your authenticity, my gorgeous Scorpione. This is a lot to do. So when you have that idea how you're going to do this, I need you to understand that this is a lot to do with your authenticity. This is a lot to do about you living your life the way you want to live your life. This is a lot about you being free. This is a lot about you listening to your soul and following your spirit by being authentic. You know, you will also realize how the power of loving yourself as well. And I'm not saying that you didn't love yourself, but this is also going to be the months, and especially at around the 17th of August, there's something really, really unusual. It's going to happen, but really powerful. And at around the 17th of August, you are really gonna have a moment where you're gonna realize that you are maybe missing out on life a little bit, but that it's also gonna be somehow connected, like when it comes to you taking care of yourself, and when it comes to you taking care of your body as well. Now this is all gonna lead towards you igniting your passion for life, and it's gonna lead towards you releasing your potential and you know, and restoring your balance as well. You know, by the time this month has come to an end, your balance is going to be restored. And once your balance is restored, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's like, oh my God, you're gonna be able to see things crystal clear. And by the time you get to the actual beginning of September, yes, I know I'm in September now, by the time you get to the beginning of September, you are gonna have a mind-blowing experience by then. And that experience is going to open your eyes like never before. And you are going to realize that there is going to be an absolutely massive giant move that you are going to make. And this in itself is going to be pretty much so highlighted at the beginning of September. So it's all starting right now, my gorgeous Scorpione, at the beginning of August. And I can tell you, it's going to be absolutely amazing indeed. Like, oh my God. And never mind the fact that you're also within the first week of the actual August, you are going to have a fantastic news within the first week of August, and that news is going to make you feel alive again. It's going to make you feel so good about yourself. You are going to feel so proud of yourself as well. And this news that you are going to have, it's clearly going to show you your capacity, what you are capable of. You know, you're amazing, you're incredible, you can do so much as long as you can do things on your own terms without somebody like having a negative effect or negative impact on your life. And I mean that in such a way where maybe you're doing things just for the sake of doing things, you know. So this is in itself really going to open your eyes and push you towards the world of so much waiting for you after that moment in time. Absolutely amazing. And when it comes to the actual nutrition and health, I always recommend you this, and I really want you to take this if you possibly can. Natural vitamin D3 is going to boost your immune system. It's going to be amazing for your energy as well, and for your sensitive bones, alongside zinc picolinate, which is a natural source of zinc. natural supplement, zinc picolinate, and it's like also brilliant for you. It's good for skin, hair and nails, but it's also brilliant for so many other things, but especially when it comes to boosting immune system alongside the vitamin D3. And the third supplement which I highly recommend is organic chlorella. It's rich in omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself, but it's essential. It's brilliant for your mind, it's brilliant for your memory, it's brilliant for your concentration levels, but it's also going to detoxify your body from the dangerous metals as well. You know, these are my own vitamins. Of course, they're made with highly exceptional ingredients without any horrible and unnecessary additive chemicals or whatsoever. These are 100% pure, and they are on a half price sale at the moment. So here is natural vitamin D3. Here is zinc picolinate, and here is, where is it? Organic chlorella. Okay, so these three I highly recommend you, and if you would like to buy this, you know, the link is going to be in the description below. Just click on the name of this video and it's going to expand, and then you will see where I'm selling these vitamins, or you can simply go on Google, just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and you can get my supplements that way as well. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. So now, my gorgeous Scorpioni, I'm going to start with the very first day. The very first date, it's going to be on the 1st of August. You're gonna have somebody on your mind, like completely XYZ person. Somebody who you don't, oh sorry, my back is that was my back. Yeah, I have to calm down. Sorry about that. That was like went a bit too forward, and I was trying to not to show like that my lower back is now, I've hurt my lower back. I've just gone crazy when I'm training. I've gone crazy lately, you know, and now it's my lower back. I've hurt a little bit, so sorry about that. So I just went forward like a little bit too much, and I was not going to say anything about it because last time I was moaning about my shoulder being like hurt. So now it's my lower back. It's like, oh God, but I just didn't want to moan about it because I don't want to like moan, oh God, my leg, my this, my that, you know what I mean? So, but now I can't really like hide it. I mean, it's nothing major, but it's like when I was on a rowing machine, I just pulled it like in a weird way, and it was like straight away, oh, what just happened? Do you know what I mean? So, sorry about that. Yeah, so the very 1st of August, my gorgeous Scorpion, the very 1st of August, it's basically somebody's going to be on your mind, like some kind of XYZ person. And I mean, what do I mean by XYZ? I mean somebody who is like really kind of, oh my God, like somebody who hasn't got such a massive importance in your life, but it's not somebody who you really dislike, and it's not somebody who you really, really love either. But there is a very specific reason that that person is going to be on your mind. I know that this is going to sound mental. I know that this is going to sound crazy, but this is somebody who is going to need your help. And it's going to be about something that you are very experienced with. And that in itself, it's really kind of important for you to understand. If you can reach forward and if you can reach out to this person, if you can talk to this person, and you will see that it's to do with something that you've been actually through, and you're going to be really pleased that you're actually helping out this person as well. But once you help out that person, there is something really interesting which is going to happen as well at the end of that conversation. Let's say there is something very specific that you are going to realize, and what you're going to realize, it's also going to be connected to something quite significant that's actually missing in your life. And then later on, this is going to become major. Later on, this is going to have a huge mind-blowing impact on your life, and you will be able to connect the dots and realize, oh my God, this is so strange. Yet again, spiritual domino, mama, you know, yet again, spiritual domino. And that just like how everything is affected. If you didn't kind of reach forward and help out this person, this would never happen to you in the first place. So if there is somebody that you can help to, just go for it unselfishly, my gorgeous Scorpione, because this is gonna get back to you 1,000,000% indeed. And the second important date, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's actually actually going to be on the 5th of August. On the 5th of August, you know, you are going to have you're gonna have just like a little bit of like an emotional confusion. You know, the 5th of August is gonna start with an emotional confusion, you know, to start with, you know. And then what you're gonna realize that, you know, this emotional confusion that you're actually going to feel, you know, you are gonna realize that, you know, there is something that you're gonna recognize here. And this emotional confusion was needed, because this emotional confusion is going to make you aware of the fact how important is some kind of imminent change in your life. So this is really going to shake you up, and it's going to like really awaken you, and it's going to open your eyes. So this is a positive emotional confusion, because if you didn't have this emotional confusion, you wouldn't be pushed towards the fact how much you actually need a change, how much you want to have a change. And this is not like a little change. This is like kind of like the beginning of an ultimate, like a massive change that you're not going to be aware of at this stage of your life. But it's important to pay attention to it, because these are the feelings and emotions that are going to pretty much so push you forward. So as soon as you become aware of this emotional confusion, you need to understand that this is needed, because this in itself, it's also going to help you to recognize that you need an ultimate, you need a big change in your life. And then there is somebody who is very consistent in your life, who is going to be connected to some kind of important news that you're actually going to become aware of. And this important news that you're actually going to become aware of, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's also going to have such a specific information, which is going to provide you with exactly like what alteration do you need to make in order to start this process of change in your life. And this is all going to lead not only towards you being so much happier, so much more optimistic, but it's also going to lead towards your life being so much more like kind of, you know, like so much more complete, you know. And it's also going to bring like pretty much so new alliances into your life, you know, and there is some kind of reunion that is also gonna be connected to that moment in time later on as well. There is so much that you're gonna get out and gain out of it in form of a sacred guidance. You know, when you read and when you know exactly how to read the signs and how to read the omens and synchronicities, you know, one thing always leads to another. You really learn and you really know how to connect the dots, you know, at the time when sometimes, you know, the certain people wouldn't even be able to get anything, you know. And this is why you're so special, and this is why you're so different, because when it comes to you being psychic and intuitive, you can, if I can call it like that, connect the dots much quicker, much sooner than so many other signs, my gorgeous Scorpione. Indeed. Another thing I was going to recommend you, it's absolutely mind-blowing light. Look how powerful and how gorgeous this crystal is. Light is absolutely brilliant when it comes to breaking distracting habits, when it comes to fighting addiction, and it has an extremely powerful effect on your life force energies, okay, like absolutely brilliant. So this gorgeous light, it's fantastic to break distracting habits, and it's brilliant when it comes to fighting addiction, and it has an extremely powerful effect on your life force energies, okay. This gorgeous light, I highly recommend you to wear throughout August, September and October. And this also comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below, okay. And now the second date that I want to talk to you about is going to be basically the 10th of August. the 10th of August is going to be like, wow, you're really going to have such an unusual, a remarkable and sacred experience. And this experience that you are going to have, the bottom line is that this experience is going to have an enlightening impact on you. And that means that the second step or second stage after that moment in time is pretty much so going to be connected to the fact where you are going to become aware of the fact what exactly do you need to slow down with. So it's not only about an enlightening experience, but it's also to do with the fact where you're going to become aware of what to slow down with. It's important, something that it's otherwise going to become damaging on you later on, something that you are rushing about or stressing about, but you don't have to. Okay, so it's something that you need to understand, that you need to let this flow naturally. The next important date, it's going to be on the 13th of August. Now on the 13th of August, my gorgeous Scorpio, it's like basically you are really going to be thinking about an element of your life or about a part of your life that's making you unhappy, because you are going to get a news and message that you're not going to feel necessarily too delighted about, but it's more about, oh God, this is actually making me feel really unhappy. And then at the same time, this is to do with like this realization that you're going to have. This is why this day is going to be different. And this is why I decided to highlight that day, because it's not only about you realizing what's making you unhappy, what's bringing heaviness into your life, what's draining you, but it's also about the fact, number one, you recognize this. That's hallelujah, baby. Number two, you're also going to have this realization of what to do. And as soon as you have this realization what to do, you will see click, something is going to change within you. You almost immediately you're going to become more active and more determined, but it is to do with certain things that you're so experienced about. This is why you're going to like this. Well, you need to understand that on the 13th of August, you are going to open your door to the divine. You are going to open your door to the divine. And that can only be done while you are doing something which is going to bring such a bliss into your life, because this in itself is the beginning of a very, very special and a sacred journey, and where you're going to realize that your life is a sacred gift. This is all going to be leading towards you realizing that your life is a sacred gift, but it's also going to make you so much more wiser, because very soon after that moment in time, you would make like a really silly mistake. You would make really impulsive mistake by not diving into some kind of knowledge that you need to dive into. You will just avoid it because there will be a lot on your mind. So this is really nicely going to cut through things for you spiritually, and it's going to bring that balance where you are going to, thank God, notice what you need to notice, so this is why this is so important indeed. The next thing I was going to recommend you, it's absolutely mind-blowing. Look at how gorgeous this is. Probably one of the most beautiful crystals. I mean, come on, good old proper labradorite, absolutely stunning. You see, you could try to make this but you just can't make what nature makes itself. Look at that, absolutely incredible. So labradorite, I also highly recommend you, my gorgeous Scorpioni, to wear throughout August, September and October. It's almost crucial for you to wear the actual labradorite, same as a tulite, but the actual labradorite, it's almost crucial for you to wear this because it's going to break negativity. It's going to help you to break negativity within yourself, and it's also going to help you to break the negativity from and it's going to protect you against negativity from the world as well, which is like, oh God, so on one hand it helps you to break the negativity within yourself, but then on another hand it helps you to protect yourself yourself from the negativity from the world, because there is a lot of this going on and it has been going on for a while. So it does help you to kind of keep in touch within your own energy, and that ultimately really sharpen up your focus along your journey, which is ever so important, more than anything else that you hear, that you become aware of, that hasn't got anything to do with you of your life, but it has got like a kind of heavy impact indeed. So this gorgeous labradorite I highly recommend you to wear, and this comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. Okay, so the next important date, it's going to be on the 24th of August. My goodness, so many dates, my gorgeous Scorpioni. I really hope this reading is not going to be too long. I'm sorry, don't have a go at me. So the next important date, it's going to be on the 24th of August. Now this is going to be another interesting one, because you are going to realize, you know, like how someone is very unrealistic, as how somebody is not who they say that they are. This is the bottom line. You're gonna realize how someone is not who they say, who they claim that they are on the 24th of August. And that in itself, it's really gonna kind of help you to be more honest with yourself. I know this sounds crazy, I know this sounds mental, but that in itself, it's going to have a really good impact on you, and it's going to make you aware of like how much you know, it's going to help you to be kind of more honest with yourself. And that in itself is a really kind of going to you know, on one hand, it's going to make you aware of the fact that you know, how important it is to be more honest with yourself. But on another hand, what you're going to become aware of this person, it's also going to be, oh God, connected to some kind of deception, some kind of dishonesty, some kind of negativity, some kind of lying. I'm sorry, this is a little bit of a dark one. So it's to start with, you're going to become aware of someone who claims that they're not who they are. But then again, this is immediately going to have a good impact on you, because you're going to realize how important it is to be honest with yourself for some reason. That's what you're going to feel. But then again, you're going to realize that there is a bit of deception and dishonesty and something bad and negative connected to that person. And then you must not say anything to that person whatsoever. I know this sounds crazy, but you would just be draining your energy unnecessarily, because this is type of a person who is never going to learn. This type of a person has got a spirit like this, and sometimes people's spirits, you know, almost as if they're stuck on purpose at a certain stage, and they do no progress after that moment in time whatsoever. And this is why you think like, oh, some people are so open-minded, and some people are just never gonna get anything, you know. It's like it's crazy really. But just be grateful for who you are and what you know and what you understand, because if you're here, you're watching my channel, you understand and you know that there is so much more to life. There is so much more that we on purpose haven't been told about, you know. So that's the way it is. But anyway, so as soon as you become aware of this danger or whatever, you know, when it comes to that person, you know, just remember that tact is necessary to maintain pace. You know, this is going to be very rewarding for you. Just 8 weeks later, you are something really incredible. It's actually going to come out of it. Something really incredible is going to come out of it when it comes to you getting a life-changing advice that you normally wouldn't have and wouldn't get as the direct result of karma. So you just have to understand, when you become aware of this like some kind of weirdo, then at the same time, tact is necessary to maintain pace when it comes to you carrying on and pretending like that didn't affect you, or just not saying anything. The bottom line is to not to say anything, because you're not going to change anything. For some reason, you will just unnecessarily damage yourself. I know this sounds crazy, but the bottom line is, what you become aware of, just keep to yourself, just ignore it, and don't let this affect you whatsoever, because it's to do with somebody with a very powerful and dark energy. And if you respond to that person in like a negative way, then that person has got the capability to kind of like maybe not hurt you necessarily with their energy, but their energy can have a dramatic impact on you, and it can drain you unnecessarily, you know. So this is why you need to kind of understand this. So this is actually gonna all lead towards like the moment where you are gonna have a reward you know, in within the next 8 weeks, you're actually going to have a reward because of this. And then at the same time, it's about the advice that is somehow going to be connected to it that you're gonna get. You know, this in itself is actually gonna, within the next 8 weeks, it's also gonna bring such a hope into your life, especially when it comes to you understanding that out of darkness comes light. Out of darkness comes light. I know that this may be a little bit confusing, but you will see. You know, sometimes if someone does something to you, or someone comes across in a certain way, or someone's mask fall and you see like worms behind it, you know, sometimes it's just best to like not even say anything, not doing anything, just to move on. And that in itself is going to have like a kind of impact on your life, you know, within the next 8 weeks. And you will see exactly how unusual things are actually going to unfold towards that stage and that point in your life. And the last important date, my gorgeous Scorpio, it's going to be on the 31st of August. It's so many days, like I'm gonna explode. No, I'm joking. So the last date is going to be on the 31st of August. Now, you're going to find yourself being extremely responsible and you're going to find yourself being extremely like a creative around something that you feel some kind of responsibility towards. Dun, 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 dun. You see, you even get a little bit of a music, my gorgeous Scorpione. Doesn't make everything so much special, even if it's an ice cream van. These poor people, no one even goes to buy an ice cream. I feel so sorry for them, you know. Like, I just don't see anybody buying ice cream. Maybe one person, you know. Certainly they need more. So anyway, yes, so sorry. So on the 31st of August, you are going to have this, like, you're going to be very kind of creative at around something that you feel responsible for. But don't let that kind of confuse you. So you're going to feel very creative. There you go. You're going to feel very creative and around something. And you're going to be really enjoying yourself. And then you are gonna also at the same time gonna find yourself at a very, very interesting beginning, very spontaneous, and that's gonna lead towards like the beginning of a very meaningful experience. Something is going to happen to you here along the way, some kind of a mini adventure, and that in itself is going to highlight your practical knowledge, something that you're absolutely brilliant about, that you have been ignoring a little bit. So this is going to be a nice way of something really wonderful and magical about you being highlighted. But at the same time, it's also going to kind of highlight what readjustment do you actually need to make. This in itself, it's going to be brilliant, and you need to understand that this is important. This readjustment, it's important. This readjustment, it's important. But part of this readjustment, it is going to be some kind of a sacrifice, but a good sacrifice. But the bottom line is, it's going to lead towards the success and you are feeling spiritually brilliant, really, really good, really optimistic, really happy. But it's also going to lead towards you, you know, materialistic. It's going to lead towards something happening to you in such a good way when it comes to materialistic side of things as well. Absolutely brilliant moment. This is going to lead towards your own stability, but also towards some kind of a wish, like some kind of a secret wish, my gorgeous Scorpione, coming through as well. So now I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationships. So now, my gorgeous Scorpione, for those of you who are in relationship now, this is really important because you are going to be making a really, really wise step. Really, as a couple, you are really gonna have enough of something. You are really gonna have enough of weight. You are really gonna become so bored with a certain aspects of your life. But it's more to do. You're going to more to do with the fact that because you've both been waiting for something for so long, now you're going to realize if you carry on waiting, like how long is this wait going to go for? Almost as if you're waiting to make the certain move, the certain step, but like you're waiting for the perfect time. And there is something that you're going to hear, both of you, and it's going to motivate you in terms of hurrying up. Almost as if you're going to hear something which is going to make you aware of the fact how precious life is and how short this life is. And it's going to highlight something that you both are kind of waiting for, and it means to you so much. It's going to change your quality of life for both of you. You're going to be so much happier after you do this. So this is so important for you to understand, that somebody who's close to you, like a friend or a family member, is going to have a mind-blowing impact on you as well when it comes to you, like really understanding that now it's time to make some kind of a wise investment. And this wise investment is to do with that step that you're going to make. So it's to do with the step and the move that you're going to do, but it's also to do with a ridiculously wise investment at this stage of your life. This is going to make you feel so much happier. And do not allow the negativity of not knowing exactly how things are going to unfold, because I can see that almost as if you are both going to be put off, like, oh my God, if we do this move, if we make this step, I'm not, oh my God, but then how this, how that. No, baby, no. All you need to do is just make this decision and just go. Deal with the problems and nonsense later. And now it's all about just kind of plunging into it, jumping into it, because this is to do with like a very special journey for both of you, which is about to start. This is to do with your life becoming so much more advanced, but at the same time, it's going to lead probably one of the biggest changes like ever. Very, very important indeed. And also, when it comes to the couples, there is something that is actually missing in both of your diets. Okay, there is something that you're going to realize that it's actually missing in both of your diets. Maybe this is to do with the certain fruits, maybe this is to do with the certain vegetables, but you need to kind of see what this is, and almost as this is actually going to come out in some kind of conversation, but it's important to make some kind of like to do something about it now rather than later. The sooner you do something about it, the better it's actually going to be. When it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, my goodness, there is somebody who's going to cross your path, somebody very unusual, somebody really beautiful, somebody really gorgeous. Somebody's gonna look at you, and somebody's gonna keep on looking at you, and you're gonna become paranoid. Why are they looking at me? Why are they looking at me? And the last thing on your mind is going to be like that this person is actually fancying you. It's gonna be somebody really gorgeous, somebody really beautiful, somebody absolutely perfect in your eyes. So you have to give a credit to yourself, my gorgeous Scorpione. That means that you are absolutely beautiful. You're gorgeous as well. Do you know what I mean? So somebody is going to be looking at you to start with, and you're first not going to be able to kind of, my God, somebody really beautiful, and that's how you're going to feel, my God, and then that particular person you are going to start talking to, and then there is something that you're going to feel which you haven't felt in absolute ages. On one hand, you're going to feel so relaxed when it comes to that person. You're going to feel like you can take your whole clothes in front of them right now and you wouldn't even care. And then on another hand, you're also going to feel that person makes you feel like really secure. That person is bringing some kind of security as soon as you're around them. There is something so different, so unusual, but so beautiful and so motivating about their energy. And when you kind of kick off with conversation, it's going to be crazy. That person looks in one way, but what they come out with, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is mental. There are few things things that you're going to talk about, that you share, that you're not going to believe this. And this is going to make you feel so good. It's going to make you feel alive again. And at the same time, you know, it is going to take a slightly longer when it comes to this person, when it comes to some kind of relationship, like a love relationship happening. But I'm talking about somebody who it's all down to you. It's going to start with like you sharing so much of the spiritual experiences and experiences about life, but all at the same time it's going to lead towards you a kind of like a really having a relationship like you've never had a relationship before. This is going to be somebody gorgeous, somebody beautiful in so many different ways, which is going to change your life forever. But it's not going to happen overnight. So you need to understand, yes, it's going to start maybe like a friendship or whatever, but it's going to turn into something absolutely mind-blowing whatsoever. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpioni, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you all. Bye.